Perfect. What's up, Muscular Mystic friends and family? Nick with Muscular Mystic here, or Mystic Manifesting, depending what channel you're coming from. But I wanted to hang this stuff up and kind of show you guys a section of the room you don't really see. You see it, but you don't see it. Kind of what this wall means to me. I'm planning to expand the office, make it a little bit better, shoot videos on different angles so you can see different aspects of life. But this has somehow become like since it's the background of most of the videos, it's become the accomplishment corner, if you will. So I just finished hanging up the two six packs medals. One of them's been hanging up here for a long time. The one with 26 was from my show number from the very first show I did at Six Pack Super Show. And this new one I just hung up over. I kind of like draped it over, hung it up higher, put that one there. This one's got a little bit more of a darker gold patine on it or whatever kind of color on it. So those are the two different ones. I didn't save the number for that one because they only gave us stickers this year instead. I like these little buttons better. And I like that it's number 26 because my birthday's on the 26th. So that was pretty cool. They also had this cool like Photoshop booth outside there. I'm actually realizing I'm wearing the same pants I wore too. These were the pants I wore for that. But they were doing like little things where they took pictures of you and put you on a magazine cover. I got some with my mom and with Lily and my brother and Garrett from Mystic. He stopped by, so I took pictures with everyone there. I'm gonna hang all those up. Another thing I want to get going is like everybody from Mystic Manifesting I've met over the years. We've all seemed to have gotten pictures together. So like make a little photo board where it's like as soon as I meet somebody from the channel, former client, regular viewer, whatever, and kind of get one of those running. And I picture one day probably take up the entire wall over there. So as of now, I mean, these are just it is just a major accomplishment for me. The first show, if you guys have been around for a long time, the first show I probably placed bottom three, top of the bottom three. So if there was 20 something competitors, I don't even know how many. There was a lot of people the first show. So if there was 20, I was maybe number 17. This year I would go. They only pick the top three winners, so then you kind of place yourself. But conservatively placing myself bottom three of the first show, conservatively placing myself fifth of sixth in this past show. But what was important to me was this look. Everything I said I was going to do. I said I was going to show up with a six pack. I was going to have no fat on the sides, and I showed up exactly like that, holding muscle mass and being cut. I did that. That's the best shape I've ever been in my life. Right now, I'm training to do better the next time the show comes around and training for another show. But as you know, through this channel, I got Flex Entertainment and all these other channels. We're putting out a book on manifesting by Christmas time, and we're going to have a movie out by Halloween time. So next two big holidays, and then after that, following May, I'll probably step on stage again. That show I'm still debating. I got time, but right now focusing on putting some clean mass back on the body. Had some cheat days over the weekend, but back at it right now. I've already got the meals prepped for this upcoming week, and I've been eating good today. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a little corner of the room. I kind of talked about stuff on here and on Mystic already, accomplishments. And it's what they mean to you. Like I said, change the way you look at things and the things you look at change. I always say that line, but it's your perception. What does it mean to you? To me, this medal is way more valuable than this medal. And this medal is very valuable because I proved something to myself. I was able to challenge myself. These are both me accomplishing a challenge. All these tags here are from like C2E2. These aren't even really a challenge, but I leave them up here just as memories. It's something that's like a dedication in a brotherly bond that me and my brother have gone to all these shows together. It's something that, no matter how much life has gotten in the way or arguments we've had or bad things that either one of us have gone through, we always make time. And whether the show is boring or not, we always go there together. And it's something we do. Um, this little green guy here, the little Hulk, we found that on the beach, and there's a picture over here. Let me show it to you guys. Let me maybe loosen this up and see if I could show it to you. So up there, this is me and my mom and Lily, and I never put it around. We collected a bunch of shells and shells. I'm gonna glue them around there. But anyway, that was after the first six pack show, and we all sat on the beach over there in Venice Beach, and in the sand we found this little Hulk toy, and my mom goes, "Oh look, there's you, the champion bodybuilder," just giving me that that little bit of motivation. And that is more valuable to me than a trophy because it was something my mom picked out and it was something that like she recognized in me and I was proud of because I was able to afford to fly her out and both these times fly her out, my girlfriend out, and then this last time my brother as well, where they're able to see me do something I put a lot of effort into and to be proud of me. So that's why this picture is important. That little statue is important, and those medals. They mean something to me. While I didn't walk away with the Cardillo belt, I didn't walk away with the trophies, I didn't get the actual victory. The victory I felt in my heart was way more. The victory of getting to, I'm going to turn this back, the victory of getting to hang out with Savish and his friends and his girlfriend back at his place after the show. That was a victory to me. Seeing that, they respected how much effort I put in and that I flew all the way out there to compete in his show, and that when after the first show when he went through a bunch of bullshit that I was able to be there and be a friend for him, and it wasn't me trying to get anything or be like, oh hey, I'm trying to like, a lot of times in like this type of sport there's favoritism. So if you could get on the coach or the judge's good side, which he never judged either show, but if you're a friend of the promoter, you usually win. I wasn't trying to do none of that stuff. I didn't even know there was going to be a second six pack show because they gave him a bunch of shit. And I know how it's like. I showed him the video from Flex Entertainment when I was trying to get on the Many Saints of Newark. I thought I could play the young Tony Soprano, and 15,000 people gave me shit, fucking ripped me a new asshole. And at the time, it hurt, but then it became a good lesson. Just like I always say, it's like whatever bad things happen to you in life, they're often leading to a good time or a good thing later on because I went through it and I survived it. I could help somebody else going through it. So I would try to give them some motivation and stuff. But and whatever positivity I gave him, he returned it right to me when we were able to hang out, talk, and just talk about business and plans and the future and just motivation. It was a great time, and meeting all his friends, it was an awesome time. So to me, that was the win. That was the win. That was the win. I got my personal training certificate up here, and it was something I didn't think I was going to do. I failed it when I was younger because I never finished it. I started and just never finished the course, and it was a failure. I ever got a part-time training job. I haven't trained any clients like officially or anything, but I got the certificate because it was somewhere I felt I was deficient in life. And I think it's very important to go back wherever you have a failure in life and accomplish it. Whether I use this or not, this is a major victory. I sat down, I took the time, I studied for the course. I didn't agree with everything and the way that they teach by the book because I don't always train by the book, not always scientific based, but I did it to say I did it, right? You want to be proud of yourself. So I have no stone left unturned in life, no regret at the end of my life. And accidentally, I wore the eternally jacked up shirt with where I had it designed. It was like Greg Plitt's body, and then they put the skull on it, eternally jacked up, and it kind of goes with the line of merch that we're working on right now, the Live Your Legacy. And this is what I talked about before with you guys over on Mystic Manifesting. We're all going to leave a legacy behind when we die, but it's very rare that we actually enjoy the legacy as we're living it. So often in life, we get so caught up in what's the next goal? What's the next thing? I got to get this much money to get through this bill and then to do this and to do that. And if I do this next set, instead of just sitting down and enjoying where you are in life and how far you've come, it's very rare that we do that. And I know myself especially. So it was something for me to pump the brakes and realize how far you've come. Don't dwell on it and end there. Keep setting new goals, but to enjoy living the legacy that you're going to leave. Because every day, every interaction, every set in the gym, everything that you do in life is a reflection of you. And that's part of your legacy. Because if you half-assed it in life today and you die tomorrow, that's part of your legacy. That's what's left. So I don't want to have any day where I've half-assed it and it was like, and I've had these days before. I'll cheat on my diet today, tomorrow, the next day, but then I'll be good for a little bit. And it's not just a diet there. It's your mental diet. It's your physical diet. It's how you act in the world. It's the bad attitude you have. And am I perfect? No, but every day you want to strive to be your best so you can look back on a life well lived. And all the rest of this stuff, I mean, like this, Mystic Manifesting may not be the biggest manifesting channel out there. It might not even be top 10, it's not. And the people I've helped, the people that were at death's doorstep wanting to check the fuck out of life, that are still here because of the conversations we've had, the people who've manifested the relationships that they wanted, the people who've turned their lives around and just they've done a 180 and they're happy in life. That's the win for me. And you guys know Inked, and if you don't, she was someone who convinced me to stay around on the channel. She designed the Mystic Wolf. I had it refined and turned into a like a professional logo, but she did a pretty good job rough drafting it out. So that logo always means something to me. And her daughter Hannah made this for me with the Mystic logo right there, but she made him a zombie, which I like the zombie thing because in times in life we feel like a zombie where we've just been so fucking beaten down and torn up and we're dead in the water of life. But we get back up, we rise up again, we get another second win. So we're almost a zombie at times. So I love that. It's like a nice little metaphor. But you know, the love that her and her family show for me, I love them very much too. And I'll do anything for them. They're great people, and I really appreciate this. So to me, this is like an award or a plaque. It's just as much as a gold statue, just a reminder of the impact I've had on the world. So I really appreciate them. You know, this is a little something my mom gave me. It's a wolf that she was given at work, and it was something that reminds her of me and the channel. So because the wolf's our logo, so she gave me that. I said I was going to manifest. You guys know I collect clone troopers, and we got the Lost Legion 397 page. One of my many manifestations was I wanted a free clone trooper figure. I didn't even think about it, but we talked about C2E2. I brought Lily with me one time, and she bought me this this clone Captain Gray, which I didn't have. I never really watched Rebels, but I didn't have this, and I completely forgot about that manifestation. She got that for me. I also have up here like Neville talking about a baseball, football, and we got the challenge, feel the balls, right? If you mentally visualize holding onto a different ball. I was doing the baseball one, holding a baseball in your hand, playing with it. Go for a walk with my brother, found this baseball. So it's like a little sign of like little things matter. They affect your mind. They affect that. Hey, you know what? That's a mini manifestation that gives me motivation. So I keep that there. This little blue squishy thing, it's like an egg, but kind of like a blue squishy ball. I could never do the ladder experiment because on a day-to-day in life, I always climb ladders at work. So there's no point to it. So I was like a blue squishy stress ball. It's something I saw in a Reddit forum a long time ago. Was never able to manifest it. Closest I got was this. And people knew that story. It was like, you know, I was able to manifest my specific person. I was able to manifest getting the body of my dreams, the job of my dreams. I was able to manifest getting in certain money, a free place to live. My car paid off, got out of 20 grand in debt. I was able to manifest all those things, but it's like, why can't I manifest the blue squishy ball? Well, one day in the mail, I received this from Inked. So this is another trophy. It came out of nowhere when I was actively trying to manifest it again. And, you know, she knew the story, but she didn't know I was manifesting it again. So that's just kind of, these are all things that mean something to me. The little rubber ducky was just something that me and Lily had, and he's a good placeholder for holding all this shit up. I don't want to make too much of a mess with it, but let's leave it like that. I'm trying not to touch anything else. I don't know. I just thought I'd share this little corner of the room, but you know, it's the little. I got all the clone troopers over here too. Just they're on the bottom, but that has nothing to do with any of this. There's a little corner of achievement that like come here and sit down in the room and look back. And I'm trying to do it where it's the whole room. You take a look and turn any which way. You see something you're proud of. Every goal that you ever had in life that you maybe feel you fucked up, you found some way to go and do it. I didn't think I was ever going to step on stage after tearing a pec, but Six Pack Super Show showed me I could still step on stage and I could do well and I could be proud of myself. That's why that's important to me. You know, getting rejected by women for a long time in life. Never thought you'd be happy with a relationship and stuff. That relationship and, you know, giving me something like this, that shows me something. You don't feel like you mean something to the world. You just feel like you're just someone who's bumbling through and just, you know, my dreams didn't work out. I guess I'll just work this job I can't stand. Inked and her family, and a lot of you guys over on Mystic Manifesting and this channel, you guys showed me I mean something. And it all came from within, but it's like it's nice when it finally appears in the 3D. You just visualize it and you feel it. No matter how much the world is beating you down, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You refuse to give up, like the zombie. You refuse to give up, and you stand tall no matter what. You get knocked down by life again and again and again, and you stand the fuck up and you say, I'm not going to give up. This is something that means something to me. And even if I fail at it every single day of my life, I'm eternally jacked up, and I'm going to live my legacy to whatever degree I can. And if the degree that I can live it is, that's the best trophy I ever get, well, then that's enough for me. If I ever live it where the channel gets a few hundred more subscribers and we're at 2,000, then that's enough for me, because I feel like enough now. And I know that the stuff will grow and it will be bigger one day, and that the streaming will take off and that more people will know my name and that I'll be way more successful than I am. But this is where I talk about gratitude. If you're not happy with where you are today, it wasn't until I started getting happy with where I was and thankful for what I have, then I received more. It wasn't until I started doing that that more came to me. Like the Bible line, for those who have everything, more is given. For those who have nothing, more is taken away. When I was this, woe is me, nothing's going to work out. Fuck it, I'm a fuck up, I'm a loser, I'm this, I'm that. You're affirming it and it's becoming part of your reality, and that's going to be your life. I chose not to do that. I chose, whether it's true or not, it makes me feel good. And I'm going to continue to say these things about myself and to myself until something takes off. And like I said, if this is all it is, then that's more than enough. But I know it could be more. And even if it's not, I'm proud of how far I've come. And I think you should all take some time today to reflect on how far you've come. To take time to say, what are my goals I have? What do I no longer want in life? Take a list, take some accountability. Where am I at in life and what don't I like about it? Where do I want to go and what do I like about that? So now you know where you are and you know what you don't want and you know what you do want. Those two things are often underestimated, but when you know exactly, specifically what you want and what you don't want, the goal becomes simple. Don't give this any attention. Double down all efforts on that, and it shall be yours. And with that, I think that's enough rambling on, but I wanted to share this with you guys, give you guys a little bit of motivation, and tell you, no matter where you are in life, if you think it's over, it's never over. As long as you got breath in your body, you're still alive. You're still eternally jacked up. You still have a chance to live your legacy. If you're breathing, you're living, go live your legacy. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.